Tylil just proved that Jordan Pauline not only falsely accused him, but tried to extort him. Watch this video I'm about to play.
I never had a one-night stand in my life.
What is a one-night stand?
Like after the party type shit, when we first meet someone, you don't talk to them.
So that's what we just had.
Did we just have one like that?
No. As long as we cool about that's not one-night stand.
Mm-hmm.
I said, as long as we speaking about that's not one-night stand.
It's so many days after tomorrow.
It gets worse, but that just proves that her first story was cap. She tried to extort him for $2,000, but wait, let me give you the details that led up to that. Tylil called her an Uber at 8 a.m. in the morning. She got home at 8:40. She then texted his homeboy at 9.
Now, before the video basically continues, if you aren't aware, Tylil was literally accused of SA not too long ago, right? And with this being the case, we already understand that this is a very touchy subject. And again, my heart goes out to every single SA victim out there, regardless. If or anyone is guilty, they 100% need to go to prison, 1,000%, right? But we can clearly see, based on the evidence, that this isn't necessarily SA. It seems to be a case of extortion didn't necessarily go her way. And because she feels violated, it's now a case where basically she's now come to the internet claiming SA, etc. And I think the thing that a lot of ladies, I was going to say the thing that a lot of ladies don't understand, but I feel as though they understand it. But obviously due to the emotional aspect and, you know, if someone feels violated, what's the first thing that you're basically going to do? For men, for example, a lot of the time we respond very physically, unless obviously you're disciplined and you don't necessarily respond in that type of way. For ladies, they're going to respond emotionally. For some, obviously, they're going to scream and shout. For some, they might cry. For some, it might be a case of, you know what, F this guy, I'm going to basically say it's SA or something like that and harm him maliciously in terms of this type of case. Unless, of course, it's actually the case, you know, then 100% go to the police, etc. But we can clearly see that what Jordan or Pauline, decided to basically do was come to the internet and basically fabricate this type of story. And there's multiple pieces of evidence to basically show that's the case. Hence why I'm basically covering it.
At 9 a.m. talking about, oh, I'm finna go to Tylil house to grab my phone. You are already home. And I thought your story was your homeboy brought you home. They had to bring you back to the party for Tylil. Oh, Tylil went back on his promise. He starts ghosting her. You see how she writes multiple messages? Then she sends an upside down smiley. You see that time? Couple of minutes after that message, she asks for $2K saying, for playing with me. Then she sends a meme basically threatening him, stating, me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am.
So, as you guys can basically see, is extortion. It's just simple extortion. And a lot of people are basically debating that even when it comes to dating and things like that at the current moment, it's getting to a point where it's like you can't necessarily even see the difference between the two. It's like if you want to have an interaction with a lady, now you basically have to pay to play, do you know what I mean? And this is also being demonstrated right here where she's like, you know what? You're not responding to me in this time. You got to pay me £2, like pay up. Do you know what I mean? Even though obviously he's sending you a Uber home and things like that. And before the video even continues, right? Shame on Tylil as well, man, because at the end of the day, the guy got a girl, bro. You got a missus and you're out here cheating. Why? Why do we keep on making this mistake as man them and not just sticking to our missus who got our back? You know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily make sense. So you stepped out and this is now the repercussion. For some people, it's a case of, and you're going to basically see, she went to the missus and because the missus didn't budge or the missus didn't necessarily do anything about it, that's when she basically came to the internet. But for example, let's say if the missus now broke up with Tylil and said, you know what, you're a cheater, etc., you would have lost your missus. You would have now been accused of SA. And if you didn't have the evidence, you would be in a very, very tricky position right now. So there's all sorts of things that also Tylil needs to also take some sort of accountability over. Like, I understand she looks attractive. Let's be real. Like, there's no man that will say that the lady isn't attractive, but is it worth your relationship? Is it worth the risk of basically going through this? Not necessarily. And there's a lesson to us as men as well that are watching this, that, bro, like, we need to have some sort of sexual discipline, bro. 1,000%. Even like myself, bro. You need to have sexual discipline. That's the reason why people always say, you know what, get with one lady, marry her, have kids, do your thing, etc. But that's a whole different debate because now we're going into the whole marriage content, you know what I mean? Or something like that. So, yeah, man, let's go into this though.
Oh, but you did. Because he didn't give you the money, you went and told his girlfriend the blackmail ain't work. You went and snitched to his girlfriend. His girlfriend a real victim, but then you sent another message demanding an apology for the way he treated you. What? That's when you accused him. His girl not leaving. You try to break them up. You scared he's finna come out and tell everybody that you're not really what you keep claiming. So now you tell the world, oh, he did this to me. And now you saying, oh, the police have everything. Oh, now the 12 have everything. Because he released a video that you did not want him to release, showing proof that he didn't do anything. So all you creators that made videos accusing him without any type of proof, you just pulled another brick lady and another DoorDash girl. Shame. I'm so happy he came out with.
And that's the issue, because even when I made a DoorDash video the other day, I still had people in the comments basically saying, nah, she's innocent, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, even with clear evidence showing you that the girl shouldn't have trespassed in the guy's home, she shouldn't have done certain type of things, we're still saying that she's innocent. Why? Do you know what I mean? Or, for example, the Brit lady, like, people were defending her, saying, oh, this is why black men this and that, did. Bro, the guy's life was ruined, finished. It wasn't until years after that he was able to eventually clear his name. And unfortunately, it's still going to stick to his name because there is so much content out there that the guy's going to be walking through and someone's going to be like, oh, are you the guy that bricked up that lady? Imagine living a life like that. Do you know what I mean? We're in very, very scary times, man. Very, very scary times. And again, we need to raise more awareness for real victims, real people that are going through this, etc. But all this fake stuff, it discredits all the stuff that is actually real and should be taken up seriously, because it starts to leave a question in a lot of our minds. Like, before, when someone even comes out, I know that for my ladies, for example, they're automatically gonna kind of like be like, oh, this is, yeah, like, why would she lie? Like, and obviously back it, etc. Because they have to, they go through the issues. And like I always mention, I don't think I've had a conversation with a lady that they don't actually acknowledge that, look, they've gone through something. Maybe SA, hopefully not but unfortunately is the case. Like, there are evil guys out there that are on that type of timing. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's dark, man. It's dark. We need to raise more awareness, but at the same time, we need to also raise awareness on when, these people lie. Because if they lie, they need to go to jail, 100%. But let's understand what other people are saying when it comes to, reactions as well.
I don't know why Shorty didn't think that Tylil would just straight up out himself as being a rapist. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around her thought process, but it just doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, she really could have just exposed him as being a cheater, and people would have, like, lost respect for him in general, because for some reason, I mean, not for some reason, like, cheating is bad, but, like, it's not that crazy, bro. It's not, like, up there.
It is crazy.
With, like, great, but a lot of people treat it like that, though. And the receipts that he dropped are a little...
It's not up there with great, but it is crazy. You shouldn't be cheating. And we shouldn't be, like, saying that it's okay to cheat either and Like, come on.
Damning, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that there's more evidence to prove his innocence, you know what I'm saying? But it's not looking good for Shorty. She most likely did lie about the shit. And I really feel for Tylil, bro, because I know he going through it mentally. I know that mental all the way messed up, bro, and stressed out. But I know it's got to feel a little bit better for him to be able to, like, at least, like, clear his name a little bit. And knowing that there's probably most likely some more evidence going to be coming out to clear his name fully, you know what I'm saying? I think he'll be okay. But that temporary stress is a motherfucker, bro, because I've been in a similar situation as him, and that shit is nothing to play with, man.
You feel me? I know a lot of guys that have been through that, where, for example, they've been falsely accused and so many things have basically come out against them. And luckily for the people that I know, anyways, because none of my man them are on that, man. F that, do you know what I mean? You get G-checked straight away. But for the people that I know that have been falsely accused, luckily there was evidence. There was even, for example, a case in point where a lady wanted to basically accuse someone that is very, very close to man. This was years ago. But luckily, there was evidence from, I think, a store or like a shop or whatever that they had basically both gone into together. And when they were in there, the lady was making it very, very, like, aware that, yo, like, she's looking to get some. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? They were on that type of timing, like, oh, I want it now. Sorry to be graphic, but that's the type of timing she was on. And luckily, it was on the camera. There was also a witness, obviously, being the shopkeeper. And obviously, by the time they made it back home, there was obviously more evidence to basically show that it could be basically fabricated. And when it came to it, the reason why she basically filed the claim was simply because bearing in mind, it was made aware to her that, look, we're having fun. We're catching crews right now, yeah? She wanted more. And when she realized she wasn't going to get more, she then threatened, and it was literally in text as well, saying that, yo, I'm going to do so-and-so, etc. It was like, bro, like, what you do? You know what I mean? So anyways, it's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. Honestly, it's scary, man. It's mad scary. Don't know. Now, with this creator, even though I don't agree with what he said regarding Kais and Nat, let's just hear what he has to say when it comes to this.
Came to the internet, explained his side of the story, gave y'all evidence, and told y'all that Jordan was blackmailing him and trying to extort him, y'all turn around and move the goalpost and say, well, he shouldn't have cheated in the first place.
Which is true. You shouldn't have cheated in the first place. And I don't want anyone to think it's okay to cheat. Like, why you, like, you know what I mean?
Are we serious? Like, y'all were coming after this nigga's neck saying, yo, you got to believe the woman. Y'all are fucked up if you don't believe the woman. You threatening every person who has a fucking opinion on this because she was clearly fucking lying from the jump. If you did not know she was lying, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, you have to be slow. She was clearly fucking lying, but now y'all have to make Tylil look bad in some sort of way. So you're like, well, he cheated. He shouldn't have cheated. So it's his fault that she accused him. Are y'all fucking?
Now, whilst I agree with the fact that, for example, the goalpost has been moved, etc., like I've made it very, very clear, shouldn't be cheating, and in reality, there needs to be some sort of element of accountability. I don't necessarily believe it should be from a standpoint of, oh yeah, maybe you didn't essay it, but you're still a cheater, like, and that type of standpoint. It needs to be more so of a standpoint, in my personal opinion, it'll be way more effective to basically be like, look, you still did A, B, and C. Yes, you're 1,000% not this, but it would have been better to, do you know, I don't know. Maybe no, I don't know. But my people, this is what's going on in today's society, and they're saying that, I don't know, you guys let me know down below what you guys basically think. If you like these quick updates when it comes to what's going on in popular culture at the current moment, make sure to leave a subscribe because it helps boost up this channel. You can see I'm a small channel at the current moment, but we're going to grow to amazing places. In saying that, make sure to like as well. It boosts up in the algorithm. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.